I got way more videos, way more content on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all pulling up to the bootleg ass studio. On God. You new here, I'll make sure to check out on our media. Okay, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Indeed. I hope it's some content that you like. You know what I'm saying? And if it ain't, you can bow out gracefully. We ain't got a troll, but you, of course, you're not a troll. I'm just talking to other people out there who may be listening. You know what I'm saying? Uh, just bow out gracefully. You know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody, but yeah, I aim to reach who I aim to reach, who is for. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you obviously fell through here for a reason. We crossed paths for a reason. So I appreciate you pulling up to the bootleg ass studio. Yo, I go by SheldonVybez. Yep, I'm an artist, a musical artist out here. I got music and a content creator. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, IG, all that. So yo, we got 21 Savage sitting down with DJ Academics off the record interview, speaking on the unfortunate passing of Takeoff. You know, and so I did a video on it shortly after his passing. And a lot of people seem to think that, a lot of people seem to think the way that I think. And of course, everybody not gonna think the way that I think. And I understand it. We all have our opinions, but I feel very strongly about how I feel. I do not think this was a sacrifice. And if it was a sacrifice, it wasn't the sacrifice that they are making it out of, because sacrifices are come in all kinds of ways. You know what I'm saying? You sacrifice every single day. You sacrifice going to work so you can pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? Because if you didn't, you could be a bum out here. It's easy. You can not do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we all make sacrifices. So if it was a sacrifice, it wasn't a sacrifice for fortune and for fame and for gain and that type. You know what I'm saying? It was a sacrifice for all of mankind to understand, black people in particular, to understand, hey, man, we need to put these guns down. They did say, now, if you believe in a good word, and I ain't here to get spiritual on y'all because, I don't agree. I don't believe in everything that's written because I know things have been translated, changed, and whatever have you. When people are in power, they make changes, hence the King James Version. But anyway, if you believe anything in the Bible, it did say God, before he would return, before the return, he will be gathering his people. And if you go and listen to what everybody been saying about Takeoff, it sounds like he was one of God's people. He was chill. He was to himself. He was very humble. He bothered nobody. You know what I'm saying? Listen to everybody, what everybody had to say. That sounds like one of God's people. And if you believe anything in the word, he did walk amongst those low level, low vibrational people, because you have to preach the word, a gospel. You have to go save those who are not saved. You have to preach the word to those who need to hear it. So for those who are sick that needs healing, you have to go preach that and heal those. So of course, Takeoff came through and he's chill. He indulged in all of the things that out of the, we like to indulge in, rap, hip hop. He spoke about the things that we like to hear. And then he came and then he left how he left to open up our eyes so we can realize we don't have to settle every dispute with gun violence. It didn't have to happen like that. You know what I'm saying? So if this was a sacrifice, then this was way bigger than what people making it out to be. It wasn't a sacrifice for fortune and fame, in my humble opinion. You understand me? I'm a human just like you. We all just trying to figure this thing out together. Life. We trying to maneuver through life, and then when we see things, we recognize it because we seen things prior in life. When you like, is that the same? Is that same situation? Things happen weird. The universe works very mysteriously. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of questions, a lot of those mysterious things that don't add up for a reason because it's not for our understanding. We missing the bigger picture. The whole situation didn't have to happen the way it happened. It was a situation of testosterone, as 21 Savage about to speak on here in just a moment. Hit that like button if you just following up in this thing. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all for pulling up to the bootleg ass studio. On God. Yo. Yep. So we got 21 Savage sitting down with DJ Academics. But before I get off into that, I want to show y'all something. And I don't agree. If you ask me, I don't agree with a whole lot of what this man does out Sharpton. If you ask me, he's a big old coon. If you ask me. But this man, he said that Takeoff's death is not hip hop's fault. It's a gun violence issue. A gun violence issue. I mean, I would argue that hip hop definitely has a play in it. But I see what he's saying though. I understand what he's trying to say. It's more so a gun issue. Because you know how they try to blame everything on hip hop. They try to put every single thing on hip hop as if crime didn't exist before hip hop, as if murder didn't exist before hip hop. You know what I'm saying? They try to put every single thing on hip hop. Like I said, I do understand hip hop plays a part in a lot of these things, but hip hop is not the sole reason. But anyway, let me read y'all what. Oh, this is a video. I might not have to read y'all nothing. Shit. Hold up. From the Migos, I know you heard about this. I mean, what do you... Okay. Takeoff. From the Migos, I know you heard about this. I mean, what do you think is the solution? I did speak to Method Man last week, and Method Man was like, everybody's always blaming hip hop, but it's bigger than hip hop. It's not our fault. No, first of all, no one has been more on the gun violence and saying that we need to deal with things in hip hop. But I remember growing up, R&B artists used to get in shootouts. I mean, and fights. I mean, this Hold up. The new social media makes it where. Hold up, just a damn second. He telling the truth. Ain't that the truth, Roof, man? Listen, bro, he just spit like a motherfucker, man. I ain't lying to you. I don't agree with this dude a whole lot of the time. Probably 90, 80, 75% of the time, I don't agree with what this man got to say. But let's let this man finish. Because he telling the truth. I ain't even never put that into perspective. Forgot about that. You know what I'm saying? My daddy, who's in the gospel, can tell you some things about how it's been some crazy, man. It goes down. It just goes down. But they try to put it all on hip hop, though, People know about it. So we should not try and act like you have a lot of people in hip hop that are very responsible, that are very creative, that help their community. So we should not act like that hip hop is synonymous with violence. Those that are violent, we ought to deal with. But a thug is a thug, whether they're singing jazz, whether they're R&B, singing gospel. I know some preachers packing. So let's not make it just. Let's make it about people that are not. What I just say, like they ought to act. Like, will you be attending the services? I've been so deep in these elections, I have not even just. That's where he lost me at.
what happened to him.
I know his ass been in them elections.
And I hope we get a lesson from this. We've got to stop this. But don't stigmatize a whole genre of music. But let's deal with our community. We need to do better.
We definitely need to chastise the damn hip-hop community, though. Because that shit is destructive. I'm going to keep it 1,000, man. I love hip-hop. Love hip-hop. I make hip-hop music. You know what I'm saying? But now I understand the destruction he has done to my community. It ain't the same no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't hit the same. She just don't hit the same no more. But now, man, he just told the truth, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? A thug is a thug. Whether they singing jazz or whatever. He said he knows some preachers packing. I ain't know he was going to say that on God. I already told, man. I told y'all before that. Hey, but listen. Let's listen to what 21 Savage got to say about it. I told people this exact thing on my video that I did. The exact words that 21 Savage is saying, I said, as far as pretty much testosterone and shit go. But wasn't nobody trying to hear me. Well, a couple people would. Well, you know, it was a lot of y'all was. I got like how many views on Facebook? Man, we got like 50, 60,000 views on Facebook. It was a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that agree with what I had to say, because I broke that bad boy down to the T. And if you ain't seen the video, you know, I'm gonna find the video. I should put it in the link on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? We good. Yo. Anyway, 21 Savage. Takeoff didn't deserve to die. I think it was a freak accident, an eye opener. Check this out.
Good, genuinely good dude. Everybody say somebody good when they pass away, but
like Takeoff was the type of nigga, like if I see Takeoff arguing with a nigga, I know the other nigga wrong.
Yeah.
Like automatically. Like, cause Takeoff ain't like,
I've never
seen
him.
Man, he ain't no bitch. But
he out the way, like
he just not confrontational. He like in his own world. He just want to do what he do. You know, like he ain't really like in the way, like in the mix for real. Like he's just always in his own world. He really quiet for real, unless he know you. He funny as hell though, but if he know you type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never seen that nigga mad, had an attitude. I ain't never seen him out of character. He always the exact same way.
And he seemed to be that way. I ain't never met the dude in person, but he seemed to be that way on camera. On God, go back and watch all the interviews. Takeoff barely said anything, you know what I'm saying, unless they asked him something directly. It was very few times where I seen him, you know, be a little more, come up out his shell. Few times. But in them interviews, when they were sitting down at the interview, he chilled. They got to ask him a question for him to talk.
Every time I see him, he gonna smile, dap you up, and mind his business, bro, type shit. But I feel like it was a freak accident, 1,000%. But I also feel like that shit was an eye opener for them niggas too, type shit. That's just me.
What you mean, eye opener?
Like, I feel like they had all that bullshit going on, and I feel like that was kind of like, I don't know. I feel like God work in mysterious ways. Like, I don't even believe in God, but the Most High.
You believe in God?
I believe in like a high
spirituality type shit.
But I just feel like certain shit just happened for certain.
This man act gonna tell him what he believe in.
I don't want to say that like it's like, I don't want to say that like it's damn near like he was a sacrifice or some shit. So I ain't saying it in that way, but more so like,
Melanin A1, what's good? Appreciate you pulling up to the bootleg. Appreciate you pulling up to the bootleg ass studio over on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm simultaneously on Facebook and YouTube. So I know my Facebook picture is a whole lot clearer than it is on YouTube. I don't know what we're looking like on YouTube, but I just thought I remain up anyway on YouTube. Just keep it up. You know what I'm saying? So if you're following through on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. I really do appreciate you. Love you. You know what I'm saying? Are we clear? So that's what's up. All gravy. But let's keep that shit rolling. 1,000. But yo, I spoke about this. I told people that, you know, let's just let them finish.
and realize like a lot of shit don't be worth it.
Let's back it up a little bit. Back it up a little bit.
A lot of people gonna learn from this situation type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And realize like a lot of shit don't be worth it. Not talking about like the way he died, but just in life. Like a lot of feuds and arguments and fucking feeling this type of way, feeling that type of way. All that shit really don't be worth it in the end of the day type shit.
Man.
Yeah. When it all boiled down to it, because it's like, nigga, we got one life. It ain't no redos. Nigga, this shit don't last 1,000 years.
Man.
These niggas live to what, 60, 70? That ain't a long time if you really think about it.
Check him out.
And by the time you start getting money and enjoying life, nigga, you done already lived 20% of your life. Then another 40% of your life, nigga, you gonna be old, so you ain't gonna really be able to do a lot of shit. So what do you really only get 40% of life to really just live and have fun for real, if you really think about it. Because you gotta.
And they out here playing with their life, man. I'm talking about they out here taking chances every day with their life, playing with it like they gonna come back. Like when you can just hit a reset button when somebody take you from away from here and delete you off of Earth. Like you can just be like, okay, dang, I messed up. Let me come back right quick. It don't work like that, man. That's how they be playing with their lives out here, man. They don't cherish it, man. It's crazy.
Calculate the half of your life that you sleep.
You don't get much life out 70, here.
I ain't even gonna say half because don't nobody sleep 12 hours. But nigga, if you live to be 70, at least 25 of them years your ass sleep. So you really only living to be what, 45? That's you're alive. 10 of them years you a child. So 35. Then you gotta think about the broke years where you really don't get to move around and really be who you are for real because you don't got the funds. So that's another 5-10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So nigga, you really only got a real 20 years to really live your life for real.
Life short.
So all that bullshit don't really be worth it at the end of the day. None of it. Any beef that exists ain't worth it. Any feud, any fucking relationship that was like y'all broke up over some bullshit, that shit wasn't worth it. Any fucking decision you made,
ain't none of it worth
bullshit, that wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like not doing certain things because of this and because of that. That shit ain't worth it. Because this shit really is short. You ever walked away from some shit? Hell yeah. But it ain't even walk away. It's like I'm not even gonna be there, bro. Like fuck making it home, nigga. I'm at home.
Every day.
I don't gotta I have to do something.
I'm telling you.
Like you never always been like that, though. I feel like
I don't go out much at all, y'all.
Like there was a perception of you like you'd probably be in the midst of a lot of bullshit.
That like buddy.
Especially early on in your career. Maybe not now. And I guess I'm like, yo, you know, a lot of times when we see a lot of these situations, we get to realize
we got another minute left.
Ego coming to
Hold
play.
up.
I mean, a situation.
Check them out.
It's like who gonna back down? Who gonna really just de-escalate or just? No, I'm out of here, man. I don't got no ego. Because I know what we gonna do. So I be more so like on some shit like I don't got nothing to prove to no nigga. Like I don't want it to get there because I know what we gonna do. I ain't really too worried about what the next man gonna do.
But you ought to be.
So please just.
But you ought to be though. We all like Uncle Willie D say, man. Shout out to Willie D. You know what you gonna do, but you don't know what the next person gonna do. See, that's what's wrong with a lot of us right there. I know what I'm gonna do. I don't want to see that happen to you. No, man. Just because you know what you gonna do, yeah, okay, yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. I don't want that happen. So, you know, I just keep my guards up. I move and I move lightly because you can be touched. All us, anybody can be touched, man. So that's what's wrong with us. We don't know what the next person gonna do. You don't know what they got on their mind. You don't know what just happened with them, bro. They had this situation with you. You don't know what happened with them last night. You know what I'm saying? They might have just lost everything. They don't give a damn no more. They ain't got nothing to lose. So you don't know what the next person gonna do, and you ought to be worried about that. That's why you ought to fear for your life. Rapper with all these chains and money and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's spitting though, because life's short. Life's short, man, and we need to value that.
That's why I lay a lot of niggas laugh a lot. Like I'm on some cool, like pure-hearted, good shit. I don't want no problems with nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying?
For
Like,
real, can be touched.
I'm not trying to argue. Like, I don't want to even do certain things that lead to arguing. Like, I'm cool on all that shit. Like, I'd rather just be in the house playing the game on Clubhouse with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that extra shit.
Oh,
that
God.
shit lead to extra shit.
Oh God, man, listen. When you got bread, it's best to just go ahead and keep yourself safe. You know what I'm saying? Move light, man. Move easy, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here trying to keep it real and be out here in the hood, in the streets and things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get us. Why do we do that? I don't know why we do that. Yeah. But yeah, man, I spoke to that. I said that that shit was just some shit that went wrong. There wasn't no act of a sacrifice, man. Yeah, there wasn't no act of a sacrifice. Like, I feel like people put a little bit too much on it. We love Takeoff. We love Takeoff. So we don't want. First of all, he wasn't at that level yet. He hadn't made it to Michael Jackson level. Dude ain't made it to Prince level yet. I know we love them like that, you know what I'm saying? But they hadn't made it to that type of. They hadn't made it there yet, you know. So I don't feel like it'd have been set up all that. And then with the Messi video, they said that it was foreshadowing. Man, they play with those symbols all of the time. Go back and look at all kinds of videos, man. When you playing with that dark energy, it comes back and collect at some point. You know, if you live like that, if that's what we're gonna go off of, when you play with that dark energy come back and collect. So look at all the NBA YoungBoy videos. You know what I'm saying? He be having some weird symbolisms as well. It's a bunch of people have weird symbolisms in their videos all of the time. Yeah, sometimes they be, sometimes they be telling something in the visuals, but it wasn't no type of sacrifice letting you know I'm finna sit. He about to, in my humble opinion, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that now that we know the information that we know, it's easy to say that. But had Takeoff didn't die and that video was out, what would we be saying? Because the video was gonna come out. I mean, like, it's a bunch of videos that's kind of weary like that. Mo 3 had a video of him in the casket on the morgue table or something like that. I think it was like a year before he died, and people was trying to conflate that with his death. I mean, like I said, you play with that energy. When you play with that energy, man, you got to be careful what you say. You can speak things into existence. On Facebook, on my YouTube channel, I told my YouTube channel, and if you ain't subscribed to my YouTube channel on Facebook, make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's the same name and vice versa. Follow me on Facebook, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But I told my YouTube channel that when I was young, I pulled up to the store. There was this lady. I was jamming my music. She told me, "What's that you jamming?" And I'm thinking she just asking me a question. She was like, "Be careful what you listen to. Them spirits will get to jumping off on you." Yeah, that shit happens. So if you play with this shit, it's bound to come back and collect, man. Jamal Dunn, I appreciate you pulling up to the bootleg ass studio. Says you are a bright, smart man. You definitely can speak things into existence. Most definitely, bro. Yes, man. And that's what they fail to realize. They fail to realize that the ones who, you know, are so quick to jump on the sacrifice, without looking at it in different ways. I sit back and I looked at it as a sacrifice. I tried to open my mind up to that idea as well, but as I broke down the video and I seen how it went down, I'm like, it just didn't seem to be. I'm getting testosterone vibes. I'm getting I'm getting I'm feeling played vibes, and I just really want to do something in the heat of the moment vibes. That's what I'm getting, Every time I broke it down, you know, that's just what I was getting out of me. That's what my spirit was telling me, you know. Because then nobody have it out for Takeoff like that. I mean, they did say that there was a hater from years ago and all of that. They go and do they due diligence and find things. I'm sure it's a bunch of people that's done said shit about the Migos. Joe Budden even said, a whole lot of things about them. People done dogged the Migos out. Of course, that was mumble rap, all of this and the third. You know what I'm saying? So people said a whole lot of things about them. That didn't mean that they really, really was gonna put their hands on them and do something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. But I feel in my spirit that I know how niggas get down in the heat of the moment. They feel like they big and bad. They just want to do something. Somebody felt like somebody got the upper hand. They ain't liked it. Somebody took off walking, and I was like, oh no, it ain't over yet. But yeah, hope everybody good. Hit that like button as you fall up in a bootleg ass studio. Oh God. They pulling a number on Yeezy, man. You see how they doing us? Do y'all see how they doing us? Yeezy getting drugged by Adidas. Kyrie getting drugged by the NBA and Nike. Y'all see how they doing this? They displaying their power on us. And there we go letting them. There we go letting them. All over again. Guess who's gonna be in the line to buy some Nikes? Us. Guess who's gonna be in the line to buy some Adidas and things, especially when they drop them new Yeezys under his without his name on them? Us. A whole lot of us. Ain't nobody gonna boycott nothing. Gonna be out here wearing NBA jerseys. Man, heard they took Kyrie off suspension. Oh, word? Took who off? I mean, who who took him off? The NBA or Nike? Because I heard Nike supposedly cutting ties. So, must be the NBA. Oh, the Nets. Okay. Yo. Because everybody raising ruckus now. I hope he didn't do all of the 6 things that they asked him to do. Do anybody know that? Do anybody know if he did any of the 6 things that they asked him to do? First of all, he shouldn't have had to apologize. But hey, that's the most I think he should have done. If anything. But that's what power look like when we form together and we stand up and we say, you know what, y'all doing a bit too much. When we get black men in position that's in position of power or fictional positions of power, Shaq, you know what I'm saying? Like Stephen A. Smith spoke out. Floyd Mayweather backing Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us done spoke out. Nick Cannon spoke out. When we get to speaking out, and enough of us do something, man, goddamn, why don't we see that? That's power. Tell you, if they leave the NBA and go to Big Three, if they did all of that today, tomorrow all that anti-Semitic bullshit be out the window. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, make sure you, we'll give you double what we was paying you. Give you better perks. Come back on over to the NBA. If I'm telling you, if every last one of them left, if all black players left, took a stand with Kyrie, and all non-black players that are riders for the cause, for equal rights and all of this, for not dragging people through the mud and making them be emasculated in front of the whole community. If they all left and went to the Big Three or some Canadian league or somewhere over the seas somewhere, all that shit be out the window. Just like that. Then who they gonna need to apologize and do some six things? Then, huh? It ain't gonna be none of that. They all should leave, but they won't. Look what happened to Kaepernick. Yeah, man, they scared of power. They scared of power, man. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's sickening, man. Very much so. This just wishful thinking, though. You know, I'm gonna keep mentioning as much as I can, because if they do, it would be a power move. But that's how you display power right there, man. But yeah, man. Adidas, they told Kanye, up yours, man. Adidas contract says Ye gets paid for Adidas contact. Adidas contract says Ye gets paid for Yeezy rebrand, but there's a rub, according to TMZ. According to TMZ, go check it out if you don't. You know what I'm saying. Adidas announcement it will sell Yeezy designs without Yeezy branding should be money to Kanye West's ears. TMZ has learned he has that in writing, but he's not getting a dime. All right, so Adidas announcement it will sell Yeezy's design without branding, without Yeezy's branding should be money to his ears, right? But he ain't getting a dime. Sources with direct knowledge of the deal Ye signed with Adidas tells us there's a clause in the contract that calls for the rapper/designer to get a reduced fee if Adidas sells his designs without his branding. That's interesting because when Adidas cut ties last month with Ye over his anti-Semitic and bigoted statements, it said it would not pay him a single cent from that day forward. Of course, that was before Wednesday's announcement it will roll out some Ye shoes in 2023, just with the Adidas name and markings instead of Yeezy. TMZ asked the German shoe company if it planned to follow through on paying Ye's reduced fee, and a spokesman said he's getting zero zilch, no. Now, there's most likely a moral clause in the contract as well. And Adidas could easily say Ye's hate speech constituted a breach which nullified their deal. Adidas is providing no further explanation, so we've got to read the tea leaves. Yeah, whatever the case, if Ye wants compensation for the rebranded shoe sales, he's gonna have to tell it to the judge. Yep, this is what happens when we let them do what they do. When you have the opportunity to create your own shoe, if you had the branding. What's up, Bezos Closet? Done put up to the Sheldon Bootleg Studio. Really do appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button. All he had to do from the jump was find his own manufacturer, get them made himself, find his own distributor, Distribute them yourself. But nah, we want to go somewhere else. We want to go to the brand. We want to go to the brand. You know they brand cattle, right? They brand horses. They used to brand slaves. They still branding us. Well, the slaves. Cause I ain't no slave. I ain't no label hoe. I ain't loyal to now one of the logos, to now one of the brands, because they now one of them loyal to me. Yo, we can't miss nothing they make. We can't miss nothing they make. They hand in damn near everything. But it's a difference when you prioritize that. When you prioritize certain things, man, detriment. Look what it's done to our community. But anyway, I just wanted to touch on it again. Yo, I'm gonna keep on speaking on it. The ballers need to join the Big 3 League. Go tell it to your one of your sports buddies. Stop watching the NBA. Fuck them. But I know I'm preaching to the choirs, you know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is, man. But I appreciate y'all pulling up to the Bootleg Ass Studio. I'm going ahead and end this live right now. You understand me? Yeah. Facebook. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Same name, SheldonVybez, no space in between. Oh God, appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you subscribe, you follow my Facebook on YouTube if you're watching me from YouTube. Yes, indeed. All social medias, same name. Spread the word. Boycott the NBA. Shit, boycott Nike. Niggas ain't doing it though. Think niggas gonna boycott some Nike and some Adidas. Woo! Boy, that's an uphill battle I'm choosing to fight, ain't it? God. Niggas ain't finna boycott Nathan. We did sit-ins where they did not want us. I'm gonna let y'all go on that note. Y'all be cool at the other side of the pillow. Stay light on your toes like you supposed, man. And I'm out.